welcome back to the Dimes Only podcast. I'm your co-host George, and on my left we got my boy Buddy Sandoval. I'm sorry about last week. We didn't get to record only because I got sick. I didn't get COVID. I had the flu. I got tested, so I started Sunday night. Then Monday I was kind of down bad, and then Tuesday I got worse, and then Wednesday got a little better. So I got tested Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday negative all of those 3 days. And then I got a little bit better on Wednesday, but it was still like a runny nose on Wednesday. But now we're back.
Yeah, I know. We had a good episode lined up for you guys. Sadly, we couldn't do it, but we're back now. You already know what this is. Dimes Only Podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Dimes Only Podcast. Spotify, Dimes Only Podcast. You guys know the drill already. And we were looking forward to last week because, of course, the World Cup started that Sunday, November 20th. We are now a week in, and I got to say, man, it is going great. Like I said before, I'm not really a soccer guy, but when the World Cup's on, I'm there, man. I got to watch it. What are your takeaways so far in this wonderful week that we just witnessed of soccer?
Honestly, a couple of disappointments, but a couple of good games. Obviously, when it comes to national soccer, I root for Mexico and the U.S. Right now, the better team is the U.S. because
between the two, right?
Between the two of Mexico and U.S. I didn't have high hopes coming into this World Cup for Mexico already, just because their squad, like on paper, was not good. One, on paper, not good. Two, their coach is kind of bad. Not kind of. He's bad. But also goes with the U.S.
Okay.
They're different because on paper, their squad's good.
Right.
But their coaching is bad. So they have the talent, but they don't have the coaching.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man, but as someone who watches soccer only 4 times, once every 4 years, I think it's great. The U.S., I believe, had a ton of chances when they played England. I know England caught a lot of slack because they were supposed to win that game, and it ended up being a draw. But I feel like USA was controlling that game. They had tons of opportunities at the net, but they just couldn't cash in. I don't know what are your takeaways from that game specifically between the U.S. and England.
Okay, so the U.S. did good, but they couldn't finish. They had control of the game, although I think the stats said otherwise.
Yeah.
But it looked like they had control of the game. They had several opportunities, but then I think the coach subbed out one guy.
McKinney.
No, he subbed out Dest. He's the right back. He's really good for someone who's is unknown. And then I don't know if you go back to it, that dude Dest did not want to get subbed off. He was kind of like arguing about staying in. And then there's a new youngster named Gio Reyna, who he subbed in at the 85th minute, 80th minute, when you should have subbed them in 70th, 75, maybe give him more time, because at that point he can't really help you. Like, the subs are coming in kind of late, so it's like you're giving them like a little bit of time to produce. And also, I feel like in the World Cup, like, even if your stars don't perform, you put in the big names. Like, you have to put in the big names. Like, that dude Gio Reyna barely played last game when you could have put him against the Wales game. Like, you could at least just start him or something.
I see. And
don't put the guys who are not nameless, but that play in the MLS and stuff.
Yeah, man. Well, obviously they have 2 points right now. They got 2 draws, but the only game that matters now is tomorrow's game against Iran. 5 points and they're in. Pretty much, they got to win.
Just 1-0. It could be 1-0 and they're in. That's it.
They win. They're in. That's the only thing that matters now. They control their own destiny. And I wanna know your thoughts, man. You think they will secure the win against Iran?
I think so. Even if it's a 1-0 win, they advance. Just because Wales have 1 point, so if they win, they can only get 4 max.
Right.
England has 4. and then Iran has 0.
Right.
No, Iran
beat Wales.
So they have 3 points. So yeah, U.S. needs to win tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It could just be a 1-0. It doesn't have to be goal differential, nothing like that. Just 1-0. Just score 1 goal, and then that's it. That's all they need.
Yeah, man, that's the only thing that matters. I'm definitely going to be tuning in tomorrow at 11 o'clock our time. I believe it's 10 o'clock Qatar time because they're about 11 hours ahead. But yeah, man, should be a great game. And Mexico, are they officially out already?
No, they need a win. Okay, so
they got to win and they need some help, right?
So there's different scenarios. So if Poland beats Argentina, Mexico just needs to win. Doesn't matter how many goals, just 1-0, right? Because Argentina only has 1 win that has 3 points. Yeah, so they just win 1-0, 2-0, doesn't matter. If Argentina beats Poland, then Mexico has to go off of goal differentials.
Right.
So they need to score.
Which is probably the last thing you want to do, right?
I don't know the math off the top of my head. It also depends if, like, Argentina were to score, like, 5 on them, then it's, like, different, you know? So it just depends how much Poland loses by, where Mexico has to, you know, score goals.
Yeah.
Because even Argentina can help them by beating them, like, let's say, for example, they want 6-0, then their goal differential goes down because they got scored on 6 times or something like that.
Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated for Mexico, but, you know, rooting for both teams. We are Mexican American, so we got those two countries.
I'm saying this in an unbiased opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I even said it that Mexico was not gonna make it out the group stage only because I saw it. This was my unbiased opinion, not because, you know, I'm gonna leave I go for Mexico on the side. So my unbiased opinion was they weren't gonna make it. Now I'm seeing that the way they've been playing, they might even tie and not even make it at all, like I predicted. But this is me looking at this, so don't hate on me or anything. This is me being an unbiased, looking at it as an unbiased reporter, as an unbiased fan.
Right.
I think they're gonna tie with Saudi Arabia. The way they're playing, unless they prove me wrong and they step it up, then they can win. But off the better team is Mexico, right?
Right.
But the way they're looking lately, well, on paper, better team Mexico, but the way they're playing lately, I would say they're tying like a 0-0, maybe a 1-1.
Okay.
So we'll see.
All right.
Unbiased opinion.
Mexico's getting the draw according to you. USA, how are they looking tomorrow?
The way they've been playing, they've been getting opportunity, but they haven't been finishing. I'll go like 2-0, even 2-1.
2-1.
USA.
Okay, so you have USA advancing to the round of 16.
That's an unbiased opinion.
Okay. All right. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. We will definitely tune in tomorrow. Moving on, you guys know we had our turkey bowl Thanksgiving morning, and actually, I don't know if we mentioned this. Yeah, we did, right? Top 6 played bottom 6
on our fantasy league,
and the bottom 6. I was in the top 6. Bottom 6 just whooped our ass.
Bottom 6 had the athletes. That's why. Low key, and we had the high. We had everyone above, like, actually only our QB wasn't above 6 feet, I believe.
Yeah, who was it? It was you.
Oh, actually, our QB and our RB won.
It was you, Frey, David, Brian,
our RB won, and
Steven.
That's our RB one, right there.
And who else was on your squad? Oh my God.
That's it.
No, that's 5. No, I counted you.
Javi.
And Javi, yeah. Yeah, top 6 was just overmatched. I was QB1, and
almost pick 6 them twice. Bro.
You were not gonna pick 6 me. You were not gonna pick 6 me. No way. It was
at the goal line.
Nah, hell nah. I would have caught your ass.
Nah,
no fucking way.
They underestimate my.
Well, anyways, no picks by me. 5 total touchdowns. We played a total of 2 games. 5 total touchdowns by me. Overall, it was fun. A lot of trash talking, of course, because we do trash talking regardless in fantasy. But this time, this is the first time we all got together and played. Hung out.
He was underestimating my ability.
I was.
He said I'm gonna be like Cortland Sutton with how many targets?
With like 10 targets and 2 receptions.
2 receptions.
Yeah.
I caught all my targets. All of them. Did not drop one pass.
Yeah. Congratulations.
I had 3 TDs.
Yeah.
Forced a couple drops on the opposing team. I did get scored on a bunch.
Yeah. By who?
Also by Vlad.
And who else?
my big bro Javi. But let me tell you why, though. Actually, nah. Yeah, he scored me fair score, but also he had a couple offensive interferences. He did. Low key, bro. Low key did. And to top it off, remember how I said I had the flu? I was still recovering, so I had all that mucus in my.
Hey, all right, check this out. So we played the first game, top 6 versus bottom 6. They whooped our ass, and then after that we played odds versus evens. And then by the second game, the first game, George was talking mad shit, and all that. And by the second game, he was gassed out. Bro, he had his hands on his knees. He could not run anymore.
But I was also, the mucus had me tied with the mucus in my leg, bro. I was huffing and puffing because of that. And also, I would have had a way better performance, but my QB did not look at me, bro. But I was open.
Who's your QB?
DeVito, bro. Bro, I was open so many times. There was twice where my brother's like, "Lucky you got me. Lucky you broke my." I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, you lucky broke me. But the QB did not look my way. I was wide open. And there was one where he overthrew it, but that was a TD. Yeah. I don't know if you remember. I hit a little post.
Oh, yeah.
And then he kind of threw it out of
bounds. Yeah, I remember that.
It was kind of like overthrown. So I couldn't catch. That one I couldn't catch at all.
Yeah, we'll just say that the second game was far more competitive.
Yeah, it was.
But overall, it was a good time.
And I still took the dub on that one with one touchdown.
Yeah, you went 2-0. I went 0-2. We kind of messed up on the second game because of our defensive coverages. Well, my defensive coverage, I messed up one time, and then we all messed up.
You guys had a couple. Actually, no, that was in the second game where you guys had a couple of false starts.
No.
Back to back, too, I think.
Oh, yo, check this out. Okay. So, our first game, top 6 versus bottom 6. I was QB. I brought in my guys into the huddle. I told them on two. I repeated it 5 times, right? I repeated it 5 times. So then we go to the line, and I said, down, set. And then during that time, our friend Ignacio, you could tell he was like already leading, so he's like leaning forward like that. And then it was like, hey, it's a false start. So we moved back, and then after that, we had like no chance of scoring after. I have blood right here because he was on my team, and then he's cracking up right now because he knows what I'm talking about. He did it like 3 times.
Hey.
Oh, man, that was funny. That was hilarious.
I think Vlad had a couple of like TDs too.
He had to. Well, in the second game.
The second game,
he had to.
He sealed Eli.
He was like boxing him out. He was just like boxing him out like this. You seen that? Yeah, because Eli, our friend, he's like maybe like my height, like maybe like 5'5", 5'6", and Vlad, of course, he's a giant. He's like 6'4", and then they were maybe like 5 yards away, and then David was looking for someone, and then I just see Vlad like boxing out Eli. Eli had no chance of deflecting that ball. Oh my god!
I almost caught a toe tap too.
Damn, that was funny.
The toe tap that went out of bounds.
Yeah.
I was unaware. I would say I had like 20 fantasy points for each game. 2 tutties.
Yeah, you know what? Probably even more.
Yeah, because
Brian too. Brian went off.
Because the first touchdown was a long one.
Yeah.
Can I tell him how I predicted that play? Okay, so we get in the huddle, right? Let me tell you what happened. So I'm beating Vlad every single time, man. So we get in the huddle, and then we're huddling. I was like, hey. They're already trying to plan their play. Okay, so I'm like, nah, bro, just go short, and then I'm gonna be the only one long. Just look for me, and they're like, boo, please. And then as soon as they all like doubted me, they all started laughing like, nah. And then they're like, no, we'll listen up. Boom, hike, we go, hit a little slant, boom, wide open, bro, in the end zone, touchdown for like maybe like a little 30-yard.
Yeah.
Little 30-yard touchdown.
It was funny. It was a good time. But honestly, I'm going to say this right now. I thought that our biggest liability in our team the first game was going to be Eli. Eli impressed the fuck out of me, yo. He had a sack on his brother, and he had 2 interceptions.
You didn't hear me when I was like...
And he had some decent catches, too.
You didn't hear me when I was like, damn, that's Miles Sanders right there.
I heard you. It's because Eli has Miles Sanders on his team too, and he hyped him up trying to trade him.
Hey, but he did ball off.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, it was also funny when he didn't get the first touchdown this past. Well, we'll talk about it later. When
Miles
Sanders stopped down.
Yeah.
The Turkey Bowl, I did want to record it, but my little bro was down bad.
Yeah.
Too. So he.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, that's why I didn't wake up either. So.
I know. Yeah, we want to show some highlights there. We forgot about the tripod here, but yeah, it was fun. We are gonna play again when everyone's back in town in a couple weeks during winter. So hopefully.
Speaking about Turkey Bowl, let's talk about those Thanksgiving games.
Yeah, man, those Thanksgiving games were really good ones. Started off with the Lions and Bills that almost went to overtime, but the Bills managed to take it home, and Stephon Diggs had a great second half. Led them to the game-winning field goal, and it was a great game overall, man. Lions put up a fight.
The Lions low-key beat themselves, too, though, because there was one play at the game I remember. It was the one where it was third and, I don't know what, third and something. Josh Allen hikes it. He throws it, roughing the passer. I don't know if you remember if you saw it or not.
No, I probably didn't.
And then they give him whatever the penalty was.
Yeah.
And then they get to throw it again, and then it's a touchdown. Stephon Diggs, that same possession.
Damn, yeah, that's tough. Fun fact too, not fun for Lions fans. The Buffalo Bills are the first team to have back-to-back wins at Ford Field. They play in Buffalo. Ford Field is in Detroit, home of the Lions.
Well, yeah, because
so they're the first team that back. Okay, but that's pretty bad. But yeah, man, Lions put up a fight. They almost had their third win in a row.
The Lions are pretty
But Josh Allen said, "I don't think so." They are, man. They fight. They fight, man. The reason
the record looks how they look, they wouldn't want more games. But Amon-Ra was out a couple games, 2 games.
Yeah, injuries.
DeAndre Swift was hurt.
Well, DeAndre Swift is not even relevant to the offense right now.
But I'm saying when he was before the injury, he was a big part of their offense.
Yeah.
And then those are two of their top hitters.
Yeah, the Lions came in hot. They beat what a potential NFC playoff team in the Giants last week. Yeah, they were looking really good coming into the Buffalo game. So, I don't know how their schedule is looking like, but they're 4-7 right now. They might need some help.
Hey, they're still in the hunt, so.
Technically they're still in the hunt. Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, they could score. All their games have been high scoring. Even against their first game against the Eagles, where they kept it close. Too.
Yeah, they could score, but their problem is probably on the defensive end.
Yeah, it's a defensive.
But they have a nice rookie, Aiden, and they got Jeff Okudah, and they got some other pieces too. So, I think right now they're probably just too young, But eventually, probably Dan Campbell's gonna get the boot just because that's the way it goes.
I mean, also when Jameson Williams is back,
they're gonna have a lot of weapons, man. Yeah, a lot.
But also their play calling be like kind of iffy. Like I think they went for the field goal and they missed.
Yeah.
When they could have.
Jim Nantz kind of jinxed it there because he said that Michael Bashley hasn't missed a field goal, and then of course the commentators jinx, and he wasn't even like 30 yards out, but he ended up missing it.
It was 50, no?
No, it was close. It was super close. That field goal that he missed, it was super close. He ended up missing it, of course.
No. That one was 50, the last one.
No, it wasn't.
The one where he jinxed.
I'm talking about the one he jinxed.
That was early in the game. But I'm talking about the last one.
No, he made it. He made it to tie the game at 25. He made it to tie the game at 25. The Bills got the ball back. Stephon Diggs had 2 completions, and they got into field goal range. Yeah.
Actually, he did. You're right.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Yeah, so that was a really good way to start off Thanksgiving if you're a football fan. Middle game, 1:30 game, West Coast time. Giants, Cowboys.
Good one.
Cowboys. Cowboys are good, man.
They are.
Cowboys are good.
But I still don't think they could win it all. Just because you have a bunch of heavy hitters. Like even.
Well, not in the NFC side.
No, but like the Eagles or Cowboys.
You see, that's tough.
Because Eagles beat them, but without.
I think
Dak Prescott, but Dak Prescott kind of ass.
He played like he's not.
He played like.
Well, he's kind of like comp to him is maybe Kirk Cousins, maybe. But I feel like if the Eagles can establish the run game, that is when they're at their best. Then they can beat anyone because it takes defense and it takes running. If they have that recipe, which I believe they do, then I think they could go they're probably Super Bowl bound because you got to run, and they got 4 running backs, 3 running backs, but one of those running backs being Jalen Hurts, who rushed for a lot of yards in that Sunday Night Football game, but we'll get to that later.
That's a good one. That I think Cowboys and Eagles or even Vikings.
Vikings are up there too. And then NFC South is just not good at all.
But then if you think about it, Vikings got destroyed by
the Cowboys. Mm-hmm.
And they got destroyed by the Eagles.
They didn't get destroyed really, but I think just the Eagles defense really put in the clamps there. Made them look like a JV team, for being honest.
Nah, it made it look like the IMG versus the
Bishop? Is it Bishop? Bishop?
What's that high school team? Bishop.
The one that I don't know.
Bishop Sycamore.
Good shit. Yeah, IMG, Bishop Sycamore and IMG. Yeah, kind of like that.
Sycamore.
Yeah. Giants put up a fight though. They contained Saquon Barkley. Only had He had the volume, just yards weren't there, and the weapons were not there.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys defense is the real deal.
They are, man. Michael Parsons. I love Michael Parsons. I don't like the Cowboys in particular, if I'm being honest, but Michael Parsons, I love Michael Parsons. He's the truth.
They have some other guy.
I know you're not talking about Trayvon Diggs.
No,
I know you're not talking about him. Thank you.
I think he's a middle linebacker too.
Vanderish?
No. Lawrence? No.
No, he's a rusher. DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah,
he's a rusher.
He's
on the line.
My bad.
Yeah, but they have the recipe. They also have the defense, and they have the rushing too. They have the weapons.
They got the RB1 back after that injury too.
And then OBJ. Is he gonna be a Cowboy?
I mean, I feel like
it's kind of like late in the season.
But I feel like it's like a troll. You get me? Like, I'm gonna choose whoever wins. Type.
I mean, I think that's just the stage of his career, though, because he won one last year with the Rams,
and it would help him because he's still good to be a wide receiver 2 behind CD.
Yeah, most definitely. Just like how he was last year behind Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, but even if he was on his own team, he'd be wide receiver 1. Like if you put him on.
Well, it depends what team. Like if you put him on the Jaguars
or the Panthers or like.
Well,
over more. You take more.
Well, right now, I mean, OBJ's coming off ACL.
I mean, he came off last year. He's still ball.
Yeah, but he was wide receiver too.
No, I know, but if you were to put him last year in his own team, like
maybe,
like in the Panthers, he'd be
maybe. I wouldn't go that far.
I feel like people sometimes come back better with torn ACLs after torn ACL just because you rehab it like your whole time you're rehabbing it, so you're getting stronger as well.
It depends.
Like Hobbs Hearns, have you seen him move lately? Like
that's true.
On basketball and everything.
That's true.
Because he's just been rehabbing that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, also too, what helps for him is he's working out too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get you in terms of an athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. That's a good point. And then the night game, man. Vikings, Patriots in Minnesota. Vikings got the win, but I think it probably could have gotten overtime because that Hunter Henry touchdown.
Oh yeah, didn't count it.
Not touchdown, was a touchdown.
Yeah, because the rule is you get across the line, right? Mm-hmm. He was on it.
I know, exactly.
The knees weren't down yet.
Yeah.
And how did that result?
Well, that resulted in a Patriots field goal instead of a touchdown.
You're right.
So I think that game was tied at the time, and then Patriots got a 3-point lead because of that. But it should have been 6. I don't know. It's so confusing. I feel like the NFL flip flops on that.
Little Vegas car or what?
Nah, I don't know. Just the refs, they're so confusing. Because you could go back to that Steelers tight end, James Johnson maybe at the time, where he caught it, he crossed the line, but the NFL ended up calling it not a touchdown. And then of course you have the infamous Dez Bryant catch, where he clearly caught it, but the rules at the time supposedly he didn't catch it. So I don't know. It's just so confusing. I don't know. The way I seen it, that Hunter Henry, it was a touchdown. Easily, it was a touchdown.
I thought so too.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. But Jay Jettas, of course, went off. My pick for the offensive Player of the Year. You just proving it even more. He had.
Remember we doubted him a bit, like.
No, yeah, because he had some slow games. What, maybe definitely week 3 when they played the Eagles, or when was that, week 2? You know, kind of middle. But ever since then, these past maybe couple, close to 2 months, he's been the guy, man. He's been the guy. Mm-hmm. He broke the most yards through 3 seasons, passing OBJ. Behind OBJ, I believe, is Randy Moss. So Jay Jettas is in luxurious company right there, and he's the present and he's the future, man. He's a beast.
He's number 1 wide receiver 1 in the NFL.
Yeah. Wait. No. Yeah. Stephon, Tyreek.
You put him over Cup too, like even prior,
if he was healthy. Well, like I don't know. I can't say.
I'm saying prior injury.
No, I can't say because
Cooper just
since he got hurt, that's when Jay Jettas took off. I don't know how Cooper Kupp will be performing. Yeah. Cooper Kupp wouldn't be performing the same because of Matthew Stafford. So I guess since I'm saying that,
well, let's say
I would probably
Stafford
pick.
Didn't get hurt.
Okay, food, but we're talking about hypotheticals now, you know. But
right now,
yeah, it's arguable. Justin Jefferson, wide receiver 1. You could say Stephon.
We do confirm that the trade did happen. They basically traded.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson for Stephon.
For Stephon Diggs, which is in recent memory probably the most equal trade in the NFL. But you could probably equal that to the Matthew Stafford trade from the Lions to the Rams, because the Rams are doing the Lions a huge favor by getting them. Currently, they have the number 4 pick. The Rams do, but that would go to the Lions because the Rams are dog shit.
The washer one.
Nah, man, it's just. And AD has now has a high ankle sprain.
Injuries, man.
Cooper Kupp out. Matthew Stafford. Allen Robinson, like he was doing anything, but still, he's out now. Season-ending injury, foot.
When I saw the notification when it said out for season, I was gonna send it to you and be like, "Wait, he was playing also?" Because I have him on one of my fantasy teams. I didn't reach like him to get him, but I picked him up for fantasy, and he completely dog shit.
Yeah.
I think it's just, I don't know. Rams just.
I don't know either.
No one caught my text when we were talking about the jerseys, and then DeVito was like, "Let me borrow one of your Rams jerseys."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, that'd be a good disguise since they tricked us off." You didn't see that?
I didn't. No.
Guess it went over here.
Like I thought Najee was gonna be a good pick.
I mean,
like that.
Now he was showing it.
But do you have him?
Nope.
Okay, then so it doesn't matter.
But the guy I traded for had 15 a day.
Oh my god, bro.
So far, I mean 139 points today was not. We'll get into that later, though.
No, we're gonna get into that right now. Segue.
You're not gonna do the. You did all the games already? Not the Raiders game?
Oh my god. Raiders Seahawks, man. What a game.
Josh Jacob is Himothy.
No. How could you say?
Himothy Jacobs.
You can say that. Josh Jacobs went nuclear. That game overall, high scoring game, just the way you like it. Went into OT. And Josh Jacobs sent everyone home with an 86-yard tutty in overtime to just seal the deal, man. The Raiders are now 4-7. And the Seahawks are now in second place
6-5
in the NFC West.
He said knowing also Green Bay and today's game.
Green Bay. Oh yeah, Green Bay and Eagles, huh?
Hey, that was a surprise close game.
I know, yeah. It looked like that. It looked like the Eagles were gonna run away with it
in the beginning when they had the 14-0 lead,
and then the Packers matched their 14 points as well. Went back and forth. Christian Watson He solidified himself as wide receiver one. 3 great games, back to back to back.
Tutties in all of them too.
Yeah, tutties in all of them. Just playing phenomenal, man. Making the most of his opportunity. And if I'm not mistaken, Aaron Rodgers left with an injury. He came in with an injury and ended up leaving with that. I believe it was his throwing hand, his thumb, right? Yeah, couldn't do it anymore. Jordan Love. Yeah, Jordan Love. He's still in the NFL.
He's a baller, though. For the time he went in, he balled.
Okay, but he's not a baller.
Well, we don't know that yet.
No, yeah, we do because, yeah, we do. We do know that. He's had a small sample size. What, he's maybe started like 4 games,
but
roughly?
That was last year when Roger had COVID. There's a new year. Maybe he got better. You never know. And he had a great...
Okay. All right, let's just say he did good when he went in. We're not going to over-exaggerate and say he's a good player now. Because in his previous starts, he was not good.
He balled for the time he was in. And
yes, but he is not a baller. No, he's not.
We'll see.
You know why? If he was a baller? Because if he was a baller, then maybe Green Bay would have sent Aaron Rodgers out so they could start a new regime into Jordan Love. Have they done that? No, they haven't. He's been on the bench for what, 5 years? 4 years? You think if he was a baller, he'll be on the bench for that long?
We'll see what happens.
Okay, yeah, exactly. But then, I mean, you're behind Aaron Rodgers. But like I said, Patrick Mahomes was behind Alex Smith. I know it's not a good comp, but Alex Smith is an established quarterback. But they said, we're going to start this kid right here because he's special. And he's special. The best quarterback in the league, Patrick Mahomes. If that was the case with Jordan Love, he would have started already. That's just the facts.
But Aaron Rodgers, you compare Aaron Rodgers to like an Alex Smith.
No, I know, but that's why I said it's a bad comp. But when the team knows that they have someone special, they're gonna do what they can to get rid of that of their current starting quarterback.
Well, at this point, I wouldn't even be surprised if they sit out Aaron Rodgers if it's an injury that's like
if it's significant, because they're running out they're 4-7. I think they're 1 game away from being eliminated from winning their division to have any chance mathematically, of course. There would be technically still in the hunt. I think right now they're still in the hunt technically, but if they were to lose again, then it's just down the drain.
Next week we should make a recap of our predictions.
Yeah, we're way past the midpoint, but I don't think we're doing good. We're doing good on that.
I think the Rams one is the one hurts.
It's a season by season league, I mean,
I caught the Vikings.
It's crazy because if you look at it statistically, half of the teams do not make the playoffs again. There's always a new crop of teams that make the playoffs, and I think that's where we messed up because we kind of picked the same teams, But that's just NFL, man. It's a week to week. It's a week-to-week league. It's a season-to-season league. A lot happens. Obviously, you had a ton of trades during the offseason. We came on here and talked about it. The Tyreek one, the Devontae one. A bunch of signings, a bunch of movement. And, you just never know. A bunch of coaches moving. Mike McDaniel with the Miami, who would have thought, they're first place in their division right now. And then, a bunch of moves. Who would have thought the Jets would be fighting for a playoff spot, it's just a lot of movement, a lot of turnover. But that's what makes the NFL great, because it's never the same thing over and over and over again. So it's good, man. But fantasy, man, who you got as your best, worst surprise? We do this every week, ladies and gentlemen.
The best, I'm pretty sure he has them.
Easily.
We just talked about them.
Easily.
Raiders. Josh Jacobs, 45.30 fantasy points with 33 rush attempts, 2 rushing touchdowns.
How many yards?
7 targets. Wait, I didn't get the yards. My bad.
229. That was just rushing yards. He had a total of 303, huh? 303 total yards.
7 targets, 6 receptions for 74 receiving yards. I thought I put the rushing yards. I guess.
I got you though. I got you. Yeah, man. 303 total yards, 229 rushing, 74 receiving yards, and there was just no stopping Mr. Josh Jacobs of the Las Vegas Raiders. Just a phenomenal game. I think this is his second best game. This is the second time he's been introduced as the best performer for the both of us, I believe. And like I said before, it's a contract year. The Raiders denied his 5th-year option. He's going into free agency. It's always tricky with running backs to give them a lot of money. We've seen it in the past with the former Cowboys running back DeMarco Murray. He had a super great year with the Cowboys. Went into free agency. Eagles signed him, and after that, but you know, man, Josh Jacobs, he's still relatively young for being a running back. Remember, their window is not big, but he's proving it.
Bro, I haven't heard that name in a long time. DeMarco Murray.
Yeah, remember, he got the bag. He got the bag with the Eagles.
And
then he just fell through the face of the earth. No one ever heard of him again. I know.
Shit.
Yeah, so, yeah, both of us, that's our best, easily.
What? I'll let you do the next one.
Worst. I'm going worst. I got a handful of picks, but...
I think a lot of picks this week, but I...
Yeah, they were. They were. But the one I landed on, Mr. Mike Evans. You got it too? Yeah, horrible. 9 targets, 2 receptions, 31 yards for a total of 4.10 points in week 12.
Wide receiver 2 for the Buccaneers. Sorry, but Chris Godwin's wide receiver 1.
It's looking like it.
And I said it at Canes, bro. All right. My surprise performer is on my team.
You got the same thing? You got Mike Evans as well?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I had him, yeah. So not much there. That's why I was like, no.
Yeah. Okay.
But I did have a bunch.
That's crazy. No, I did too.
Even Camaro's out there.
I had him too. I had Kamara too. Oh, damn.
Kamara.
Yeah.
Even our tight ends could have been there.
Oh my God, yes.
But
real quick. Me and George played each other in fantasy. He got the dub this week.
I forgot to say.
I had Mike Gesicki. You had Juwan Johnson. They both put up goose eggs for us. I seen it. Juwan Johnson had 2 targets. Mike Gesicki only had 1 target. And they both put up 0.
The only reason I didn't pick them is because they only had like 2 targets.
No, yeah, that's why. Yeah. But obviously they're complete.
Where Mike Evans had 9, and he caught 2.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of like.
A
bunch of them this week. Hey, Sutton actually kind of turned.
Yes, Sutton did solid.
Pittman turned out too. My whole team turned out. Speaking of my team, this is my surprise performer, Zay Jones.
And you had him on the bench, but it didn't matter because you still won.
Bro, I put up 139. So if I would have played any of the goons on our
goons,
any of the goons on our squad.
You would still have got the dub.
Won anyway. Yeah. Anyways,
that's why I look at it too.
DeVito, who has Josh Jacobs and
who went nuclear.
Yeah. So my surprise, Zay Jones, 22 fantasy points, 14 targets, 11 receptions for 145 receiving yards. No tutty, but he did get a 2-point conversion.
Yeah. Zay Jones was quite a surprise. He did good, and the Jaguars came back too. Trevor Lawrence.
They beat your
Trevor Lawrence phenomenal.
QB1, who you praised.
They did. I do, and I will continue to praise him.
After his downhill?
After his downhill. Yeah, of course. I'm not gonna back down.
Is he still the best quarterback in the
AFC North?
Over Joe Burrow?
Yeah, he is.
No.
Yeah, he is.
Lamar over Joe.
Lamar
over any quarterback in that
Yeah,
division.
exactly. Even Mr. Deshaun Watson.
Even? Like he hasn't played, so it's like.
Yeah.
He hasn't played. We don't know what he did.
Yeah.
I did pick him up, though, in my family.
My surprise is Mr. Dalton Schultz of the Dallas Cowboys. He came into the second half of the Thanksgiving game with like 2 points. And then he just got 2 tutties, 4 for 31, 2 touchdowns with 17.10 points in week 12. Mr. Dalton Schultz, you are the surprise, because I was like, Dalton Schultz is not doing anything. Then he had back-to-back touchdowns. And I was like,
you had
wow.
Him too.
I did have him. I had him, and he had injuries in the beginning.
About tight end, I was thinking of putting Kittle too.
Putting Kittle? You had Kittle?
For the worst performer.
Oh, yeah. Kittle was pretty bad.
Oh, let me tell you something about Schultz. Or in the other league, the 9 amateur, Davis team popped off. He had Schultz, he had Jacobs, he had Hurts. He had... Damn. Bro, you know how much he put up on my head? 180.
He had 180?
Yeah, let me read it off to you guys.
Jeez.
This is our other league where he destroyed me. Like, even my team even popped off. Look, Gino 24, Justin Jefferson 24, Amon Ra 23.
Oh my God, he had 183.
And look at my team. They still put in work. My team still scored a lot too.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like, put.
Oh my God. He had Jalen Hurts 33, CeeDee Lamb 14, Jaden Waddle 11, Jacobs 45, Jeff Wilson Jr. 11, Dalton Schultz 17, Chris Godwin 23, Nick Folk 15, and the Kansas City D. And he still benched Aaron Jones, who had a solid game at 17. Wow. That's crazy.
Why would you bench Aaron Jones over Jeff Wilson though?
Jeff Wilson was facing Houston.
Okay, but Aaron Jones is like an
No, but
RB1.
you got to go with the matchup at that point.
Doesn't matter the matchup.
No, yeah, it does. What doesn't
Look
matter the matchup? What do you mean?
Against Dallas, 22. Dallas is one of the highest
Yeah.
run defensive squad. He
Yeah.
had 22.
Yeah.
Against Dallas.
Remember, he's a pass catching back as well.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you don't bench him. And the offense.
No, I know, but
and the offense
Houston
runs through him.
is just garbage.
I know, but
You have to play him. I don't blame him.
But you always want to. Bro, how does he have Joe Mixon, Aaron Jones? Oh, and then D Swift. No, I have D Swift. And Jacobs. Oh, Jacobs was a sleeper anyways. That's why.
Jacobs
He
against
was-
Seattle?
No, he was a sleeper in the draft.
That's what
I'm
he was.
saying. That's how you got him.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
But my team didn't perform bad either.
No, he didn't, man. You scored in 122. That's
you can't really.
That's a good day.
I can't really be mad about me losing by.
Yeah, you just gotta just shake your head and be like, how the hell did he score that many points?
Yeah.
Like, it's tough. It's tough. To close things out, last week, me and my son went to the USC-UCLA game. What a thriller. What a game. My USC Trojans pulled it out, and because of that, we're going to the Pac-12 championship game to face the Utah Utes. And this past Saturday, we beat Notre Dame's ass. That's right, Notre Dame's ass, to complete an 11-1 regular season. My boys are one win away from the college football playoff, and I believe they're going to get it done. Caleb Williams, Heisman winner. Book it, mark it down. The Patrick Mahomes of college football.
Wait,
this dude is incredible.
If they go in the playoff 2 spot, what they take?
They would probably take, well, right now, they're probably going to be number 4. The rankings are going to come out tomorrow. It's only top 4. No, they're going to take Ohio State because Ohio State got whooped by their rival Michigan.
I seen CJ Stroud was like, oh, yeah.
Triste, huh?
He like, if you don't, I know you're going to say I never won a college championship.
Yeah.
But I just got to live with it and block out the haters. And
Yeah.
But I mean, you're a big name football team. You should close it out, right?
Yeah. Well, Michigan and Ohio State, they're 2 of the biggest football brands, college football brands.
But Ohio more.
Yeah. You know.
Who's that loss that USC took this season?
They lost to the Utah Utes. No, it wasn't an upset.
Utah Utes. But
they're planning to get their revenge Friday at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. It's going to be a good one. If they win that, they should go to the college football playoff. College football has a lot of East Coast bias, SEC bias, but USC's proving that they belong in there, and they deserve it. They deserve it. I truly believe that. And, if we get effed over by the college football playoff committee, then, it'll suck. But they definitely deserve it. They just got to win. They got to win and they're in. That's all that matters. And Caleb Williams is going to win the Heisman Trophy because he's on the ball out on Friday, and we're going to be Pac-12 champions in the first year of Lincoln Riley. Who would have thought? From 4-8 to potential Pac-12 champions. It's a great season. It's a great year to be a Trojan. Phenomenal. Anything else, man?
No, I was just checking out the games for tomorrow.
I noticed they're not doing the 2, 5, 8, 11 anymore.
No, because usually for these last games, since they come down
World Cup. We're talking about the World Cup.
The World Cup. Yeah, my bad. Because now, since they're coming down to game time decisions, you want them playing at the same time.
I see.
So, like, let's say Mexico knows the score of.
Yeah.
Let's say, who's in their group? Let's just say
Argentina.
Argentina
Yeah.
and Wales play first, and they know that they have to. Let's say Poland beats Argentina. Now they know they just need to 1-0. So
Right.
they're gonna score maybe like 1-0. I don't know if this is the reason why, but I'm pretty sure it's why.
That makes sense.
Let's say they scored a 1-0. Now they're just gonna just park the bus and just not even like try to play anymore because they know they just need that 1-0.
I see. Okay, that's a good way to look at it. But yeah, man, another exciting week of sports. World Cup gonna be going on all week. Pac-12 championship on Friday, and one more thing. We're not gonna be here. We're gonna record next week, obviously, but my boy George, his birthday's gonna be on Saturday. So the next time we record, my boy will be 24 years old, Kobe year. And everyone out there, wish my boy George a happy birthday.
I might post a picture. I don't know, but I was thinking 2 captions. Should I save them or should I just tell you?
No, you gotta save him.
All right, then.
All right.
Stay tuned. There's 2 captions. I'll probably ask him for advice, not advice, but opinion which ones I should put.
For sure.
Obviously, it has to be a Kobe one. So
Yeah.
It's like, is it be
24, man.
Big 24, man. Feels like I'm getting old, man. Yeah.
I'm 23, not 40.
I'm starting to feel like I'm 40 now, man. I know what you mean by it's catches up to you, bro.
You're still on the early side of 20.
Demon sound like George Pickens.
Okay, yeah. With the ski mat?
Bro, I almost put up with the shiesty mask at
the Turkey Bowl?
At the Turkey Bowl. That would have been funny.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it would have been funny if I didn't tell you guys if I just pulled up. Like
Yeah, that would have been funny. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You already know. Check us out. YouTube, Spotify. You know the drill. And we'll see you guys next week.
When I'm 24. Peace out.
Peace.
Thank you.